Hi, I just want to jump in at the start of this video to let you know that good old Mercury in retrograde rained its chaos and disruption down on me during this mid-month Psychic Tarot update for January 2023. It all happened in the area of audio drift. When you record your audio on a separate device from the video, and then you have to sync them up together in the video editing process. My son did a fantastic job of fixing it to the best of his abilities. There was only audio drift in the second half of the video. So just know that we're aware if there's any weirdness that goes on in this video, that we're aware of it and we fixed it the best that we could. I can't re-record a video that goes on for over an hour again. So if there's any little glitches, blips, or snafus, you can thank Mercury in retrograde for that. So now on to the mid-month Psychic Tarot update for January 2023. Hi, all the signs of the zodiac. I'm Pam, the Lucky Mermaid, psychic, seer, and modern mystic, bringing you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for this mid-month Psychic Tarot update for January 2023. Please be sure to watch your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign to get a more clear and complete picture of what's to come for you in January and perhaps beyond, because timing will be different for all of you in these general readings. Remember, sometimes your rising sign and your moon sign will resonate more for you than your sun sign. And if you're born on the cusp of your sign, sometimes your psychic predictions and messages are coming to you from there. So you might want to check that out. Also, if you're interested, I did it early this year. My Big Love readings for 2023 for singles and couples are now available on Vimeo. I had many people request if I could do them early instead of doing them in February. I did them this month of January. So that link is down below in the description box. All that being said, now onto your mid-month Psychic Tarot update, and I'm starting with the sign of Aries. Hi, Aries. The first card you have in your reading is the Nine of Cups, and this is wish fulfillment. All good things coming to you in an emotional sense. It could be something that you wanted to have happen is now happening. It could be feeling full, feeling contentment, and maybe even like a party energy, like let the good times roll. You're going to feel now, maybe because Mars is now direct, that you have more things are under your control, like you have things under control. I feel that Aries are going to be ready to get going on some kind of project. If you already own a business, it could be some project or aspect of your business that you wanted to do. It could also be if you had some kind of home project or something else, a creative project, something you wanted to work on. I feel you're going to be raring to go and getting ready to do it now. And there could be some things that are linked to the past that you feel like now you need to get done. It could be anything, you know, reinstating your health insurance for the next year, or your taxes, or, you know, any projects maybe that you started that got stopped or stalled. Could be something you're fixing around your home, could have to do with maybe even, like I said, a creative project or something you wanted to get working on. So it could be linked to the past, something you already started or something you had in the works or planning before. You could start to do it now for some of you. But for some of you, it could just be an entirely new project. I feel like you're building up to something great that's going to come in for you, my guides are saying, in springtime. Some of you possibly summer. So it could be something beyond your control that you don't know is building up, that's coming in. Or it could be something that you are working on doing and the fruition comes in springtime or summertime. If you apply to any kind of institution for any kind of money or grant, I feel it will come through for you. It may come through for you now in mid-month of January, or it could come through in a month or two. Now, an institution could be a bank or maybe a university that gives grants. I don't know. So you could be getting a grant or a loan of some sort. The card you have with it is the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords is moving from troubled shores to better shores. It can be literally moving your residence. It could be long distance travel, some kind of travel you're going to take. It could indicate a new commute for work. You may have something that you write or some kind of data or some kind of information that you need to move from one computer to another, from one corporation or company or business, from one business to another, or I don't know, it's like moving data, moving information. Could also be involving like financial information or bank accounts or retirement funds or some kind of investment, stocks or something. Something could really be capturing your attention strongly in mid-January, and you are making the decision that you want to move in that direction. Now, it could be a career, a job, a school. It could be a place you want to live. It's something that's captured your attention, and you are going to move in that direction. Now, it could literally be moving your residence if you already found a place and you want to, you know, you made a bid on the place and you're putting your down payment on it, and all of that could be going on. But it may not be that concrete yet. It could be just you found the area you want to live, so you're going to move there. You found, but it could be other things that capture your attention. It could be a club, group, organization, university, college, a new career path. I don't know what it is because it's a general reading, Aries. So you have to watch your rising sign and maybe your moon sign too. Your moon sign's going to tell you how you feel about what's going on. Some of you may also get invited to attend some kind of gathering, and it could be at a distance. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean it's in another country or another state or another province. It may just be like, you know, an hour away. It may not be that far, but some of you are going to get invited to attend some kind of gathering. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the sign of Taurus. Hi, Taurus. First card you have is the Magician. So this is the card of the manifester. What you think about, you bring about. What's in the ethers and in the spiritual plane, you can manifest into physical reality, and you have all the tools in front of you with which to do so. It can also be like what's in your mind, what you've been thinking about. You could manifest it into physical reality now. Sometimes the Magician can indicate trickster energy, but not usually when I read the cards. My guides don't usually say that, but it is a possibility. I feel like you're going to make some kind of commitment, and this commitment is going to be to do something big. It could be a love relationship. It could be to buy a home. It could be to co-sign a loan for somebody. It could be with a contractor to build a home or to build something. And this is where you get everything in alignment and you get everything in order. And you then, after you do that, you make some big push for something to happen. For some of you, it could be opening a business, whether it's an online business or a brick and mortar store. Doesn't matter. You could be getting everything in order now. You might be getting the technology you need, the computers you need, the whatever you need for this business. For some of you, it's that. And you may be talking to people about how to promote your business or promote yourself or promote some work or creation that you've done. And if you pursue these avenues, I feel that you have a chance. Like my guys are saying, you stand to make more money than you ever did before. So, make sure you dot all your I's, cross all your T's, Taurus. I know you will, because that's your nature. I know you're going to get these things organized. I have no doubt about it at all. And then you're going to make some kind of push, and it is a big commitment. Now, remember, timing is different for all of you because it's a general reading. Some of you Tauruses may say, that happened to me a year ago. It happened to me 2 years ago. I've had Tauruses say that about some of my predictions. But this could be happening now, and it could also be happening in your future, further out than right now in January. But this is what came up for you here. And I get like finalizing things, signing on the dotted line, like making a commitment and agreement. So there's probably some kind of legal contractual things that are spinning around here. So the card you have with it is Temperance, which is having to have patience. It can also be card of alchemy, with God working through you in what you're doing, thinking, creating, and saying. I feel like you've learned a lot. I feel like you've gone through a lot. So your learning process could have been through experiences you had to go through. But you could have also learned a lot through taking any kind of training classes. I feel like you're really gathering your energy up really strongly. And I feel that you are very keyed into making sure you're making the right decisions. I also feel that there's been a lot of things that tend to make you crazy, make you feel crazy, and you want to eliminate them. So if you're starting a business or you're building a property or you're starting some kind of partnership in some way, and there's legalities involved and documents involved, and my guides are saying you're making your decisions carefully, I feel that the motivating factor here, and for many of you Tauruses, is you're tired of putting up with other people's BS. You're tired of bureaucracy. You're tired of the runaround. You don't want to hear like nitpicky nonsense. You don't want to get micromanaged. You don't want to have to deal with picky-uni people and picky-uni details. And like you want all the kind of nonsense and aggravation cleared out. So I feel like whatever this is that you're doing in this Magician card that I've already talked about, a lot of your motivating factor is because what I just said. You want to make things easier on yourself. You want less annoyances that drive you crazy. You could even have some kind of new installation of something coming at your house. Maybe you're going to get a generator installed at your property, Or maybe you're going to get a water purification system, for like a big one. Or you're getting some kind of new appliance. Maybe you're getting a smoker, you know, to smoke meats and fish or something. I don't know. But like getting something installed, maybe it's a new air conditioner or an air conditioner if you didn't have a central one. That kind of energy also is indicated here. So I hope these messages were of help to you and I hope they made sense. Now on to the sign of Gemini. Hi, Gemini. First card you have is Four of Cups. This is ruminating, going within, overanalyzing, pulling at straws, worryment, worrying about the past. You could be pondering some kind of decision you need to make. And there is a blessing coming to you from the divine, or it's going to be unexpected and out of the blue. But you have to pay attention because if you're ruminating too much, you could miss it. So you don't want to overanalyze things to death. You could be pondering rebuilding your life in some way. It could be your whole life. It could be your career or maybe your love life. Maybe it could be other aspects of your life. Maybe it's rebuilding something like a shed, a garage, a kitchen, a bathroom, rebuilding your home. It could be also rebuilding things to do with investments, finances. You may feel like, I'm not sure why the energies have been so oppressive to me lately. Is this going to ease up or what? Like I hear the collective consciousness of Gemini saying that. So you may have felt particularly squeezed or pressured by planetary energies that have been going on. Could have been really affecting you. And I don't know, is this affecting Gemini Sun more than Gemini Rising or Gemini Moon or all of you Geminis? Some of you are pondering reconnecting with somebody from the past and you're mulling it over and trying to decide whether you think this would be a good idea or not. It could be a love partner. It could be somebody you had a relationship with in the past. A romantic relationship. It could be a friend. It could be a relative that you've lost touch with. Maybe even a coworker or a like even a teacher or a professor. But I feel like it would be somebody more a little closer to you. It feels more like it would be a dear friend, like an old friend, a relative, or a love partner. Those three feel the strongest here. You could have some surprise opportunity that somebody, you're able to buy something that it like pops up out of the blue and you're going to buy it. It could be something on an auction. It could be a vehicle. It could be a home. And it's almost like the opportunity to make this purchase is a gift because it's going to be good for you or helpful for you. It's like the right time. Synchronicity is the right time for you. So the card you have with it is the Ace of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles is a card that symbolizes financial abundance coming to you like divine blessings. It could also be other things of value like anything with intrinsic value. It could also be emotions. You could be getting a raise, you could be getting an inheritance, you could be getting a gift of cash. But like I said, it could be something else of value. I feel that some of you Geminis are going to be talking to somebody about your financial picture. It could be a financial advisor. It could be a bookkeeper, an accountant, or like I said, a financial advisor of some sort, a stockbroker. I feel like you're going to return to something that you used to do before with your money. It could be a bank you used to use. It could be a retirement fund or an IRA or something you used to be in before, or some kind of money market fund. It could also be something you used to do to make money before. Like, maybe you had a career doing something other than what you're doing right now. And you may decide, I'm going to go back and do that again because it paid off for me before and I already know how to do it. So you may return to something you used to do before to make money. I feel like you make this connection by either hearing from somebody that you used to work with before, or you're driving by, because my guides are saying driving by. So you may see like a billboard, a sign, a notice of some sort that triggers this in you, or you drive by and you see somebody you used to work with in the past at a different business or company, and you pull over and you start talking to them and they're like, hey, we're looking for people. You should come back and work here again. That kind of thing. You may go back to someplace you worked in the past, or doing some kind of job or even business you had in the past. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the sign of Cancer. Hi, Cancer. First card you have is, wow, bam, the Tower. The Tower could be a fight, an argument, an end of a friendship, an end of a relationship. It could also be the end of an old paradigm, so a new paradigm can begin. It could be the end of an old rulership, so a new rulership can begin. It could also be some kind of natural disaster that could happen, like earthquake, flood, lightning strike. This could also be a light bulb awakening moment for you. You could have some kind of life-changing event, an awakening. And the Tower is not always bad. Your next card is very good. So let's see why Tower is here. I feel that some of you may break out of some kind of contract, lease, or bond. You could break up with a love partner for some of you, because that could be, like if you were married, that could be a marital contract. But it could, like I said, it could be some kind of lease. It could be some other contract. It could be some kind of bond. Some of you may feel like, I gotta flee. I gotta get out of here. And that could be at a place where you work. Could be a family situation. Because I feel like there's stuff going on that you're like, you've had it up to your limit. You're not going to take any more. You're not going to put up with it anymore. And you are out of here. Now, again, it's not necessarily a love relationship. For some of you, it could be. But it really could be some kind of situation that is tense, has brought up upsetment for you. It could even be a neighborhood you're living in. Maybe you don't like your neighborhood. Maybe you don't like your landlord if you rent. Maybe you don't like your neighbors and you're tired of their nonsense that's going on, because there's something energetically that is driving you to say, I've got to get out of here. And bam, you're going to get out of here. But remember, timing is different for all of you because it is a general reading. Some of you Cancers may say, that already happened to me a month ago or last year. And some of you Cancers may see this happen a little later than right now. Be very careful if you're driving. You could have a blowout of a tire. If you are prone to, be careful if you do any kind of exercise or any like extreme sports or sports, you could have like a blowout of a knee. So be careful of your knees, be careful of driving with your tires, because that's also coming up here as a possibility. But look here, you've got the Sun. And the Sun is returning to the joy and exuberance of happiness. It can be birth of a child, spotlight being on you, success in the material world. Sometimes it can mean love. So these two things could go together and be a good thing here. Let's see. I get that you're going to feel free and that you are now going to enjoy yourself more. And whatever happens with that tower, like leaving something, I feel that you're going to say to yourself, I should have done that a long time ago because that monkey is off my back now. Those burdens and stuff are lifted. I feel much happier and freer. And if it's about a job, I feel like you're going to spot something, or maybe you already spotted it, that you're going to go to that you're going to like much better. It could already be in the works. This could have been in the works and you're just saying, I quit. And then you feel more free where you're going to go. And I feel like if you do change a job, you're going to feel like you have more authority where you're going. That also comes up here. And if it's in your personal life, you're going to feel, if you've broken up with somebody, you're going to feel more free. You're going to feel like you should have done it. Like, why did I wait so long to do it? And you're going to feel like you have more power and authority if it's a love breakup. So for most of you, I feel the tower is you're leaving a job or a family situation you don't like, or a living circumstance. And then you go elsewhere and you feel free, and that you should have done it before, and that you're going to have more authority and freedom. That's the energies that come up the strongest. But I am warning you with the tower, watch out for your tires when you're driving, and also watch out for your knees or ankles if you play any sports or jog or play tennis or racquetball or squash or football or any sport. I keep getting, now I'm in charge, now I'm in charge. So I feel like with the sun, the spotlight is on you in some way, and you are going to feel like you are more in charge. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. And remember, if they don't, you need to watch your rising sign, sun sign, and moon sign, because maybe you're Cancer sun and you're like, this doesn't make sense to me. So do you know your rising sign? You should go watch it. So now on to the sign of Leo. Hi, Leo. First card you have is the Four of Swords. And this card symbolizes a pause, a meditative state, a resting phase, a recuperation from an illness. It could also indicate prayer. The other sign that got this card is Capricorn. I feel like you've been going through things energetically that have drained you. It could be the planets in the heavens that have been causing this draining, but it could be things going on in your personal life that have been energetically draining to you. I feel like you're trying to understand some things in your life, and also the right use of your power and will. You may even have had some physical issues that have been bothering you lately that may make you feel like you need to take a period of rest. You could have calluses or blisters on your feet from, excessive walking or work that you've done. You could have some other kind of ailment that came up physically for you because of, maybe you were lifting something and you pulled muscles, or, maybe you've been moving or you've been doing other work, like renovating your house or hanging wallpaper or taking wallpaper down or putting up new window treatments or building a structure. And through whatever you've been working on or doing, you could have gotten hurt your feet. I keep going to your feet, like your feet maybe you dropped something on your foot or something, pulled muscles. So you may really need to be resting in mid-January. Yeah, because my guides are saying it's like you've exerted yourself too much. But this could also be mental and emotional exertion. It doesn't always have to be physical exertion, but for many of you, I do feel it's been physical, but I do get this emotionally drained feeling from you also. And I hear that you're going to take on new challenges, but I feel like your new challenges really come up more strongly for you in the month of February. Now, the card you have next is the Knight of Swords. So, you got a dichotomy here. Look at the one card. You're resting here, and the other card, man, this Knight of Swords is coming forward strong. So, the Knight of Swords is usually an air sign person. This could be a Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. So, it could be you if you have a rising sign or a moon sign. That's an air sign. Somebody could be coming at you this month that has like a combative attitude, which may put you on your high alert. And I feel like they're asking, or they're asking you to do a lot of things. Like it could be somebody like, hey, can you help me with my business? Hey, can you help me move? Hey, can you help me figure this problem out or that problem out? And yet you're like, needing a break. You want to relax. You want to take a rest. So you may feel like, even if you like this person, you may feel like, how much energy do I want to devote to this when I'm over here trying to relax or heal? Yeah, it's definitely like you need to recharge your batteries. You could also have some gossip, or it could be important information, knowledge, or gossip that comes to you from somebody you know that is an air sign person, either Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. They could be coming to you with news, information, but gossip comes up strongly. You may feel like normally you would have been up for listening to this or getting involved in it, but I feel like you're kind of like, I don't have the energy for this now. They could also be coming to you with some kind of really good idea of wanting to get together to start some kind of group endeavor. It could be a business. It could be just like a project. It could involve you and them and other people. But I feel like you're not up for it right now. You may be willing to do it. I feel like your energy is different in February. I don't know how else to explain it. February is a much stronger time for you of making things happen. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the sign of Virgo. Hi, Virgo. The first card you have is the Chariot, and this is being pulled in two different directions, having to make a decision or a choice between two things. It could also be long-distance travel or taking some kind of trip. It can mean change, that some kind of change is going to go on. This is also a card that can indicate success. You may be feeling like you're dealing with other people's inconsistencies. This could be coming from bosses, clients or customers, your kids. It could also be from family members. You may feel like you want to demonstrate how you feel things should be done, the proper methods to use, the proper way to do things, or the proper protocols, methods, techniques. But whomever you feel like showing this to, and it could be your kids, it could be family member, it could be people that work for you, they don't want to hear about it. So you may get some resistance there, Virgo. You may also be questioning, like, why are people having these shattered nerves? Why are people's nerves on edge? Why are people having jangled nerves? Why are people being so short-tempered? Why are people being so obstinate or uncooperative. I feel like you're going to look at other people like, what's up with them? It's like maybe a mystery to you. And you may be wanting to show them the method or technique or technology or teach them something because you want to break through some kind of barrier. It could be a little literal physical barrier, like a wall, like a concrete wall, a cinder block wall, a brick wall, a drywall wall. But it could be some other kind of wall, like a wall in a situation or a technological wall or something of that nature. That it's like you're trying to make headway. And it's like, therefore, you need the help or the assistance, or you are going to be working with or dealing with others that are not going to be so keen about getting told what to do, or maybe they don't even want to do the project at all, whatever it is you're telling them they should do. Now, the card that you have with it is the Queen of Cups, and this is a water sign person. Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. It could be you if you have a rising sign or a moon sign that's a water sign. I feel like you're starting to see or understand the underpinnings of something that is wrong with somebody or going on that's wrong inside of them with somebody you're dealing with that's a water sign. They may be somebody that like kind of like gives you mixed messages. They may want attention and to be noticed, but then they also may be like pushing that away and repelling it. They look at you in mid-January like you're being a nuisance, you're being too insistent, you're being too dogmatic. You look at them like they need to man up. They need to step up to the plate. They need to have more, I'm going to use an old time word here, gumption. Like they're not pushing forward enough. They're not assertive enough. This could be somebody that you feel you need to get them to see your perspective, to understand where you're coming from, to get on board with your projects, plans, and ideas. And you may feel like this water sign person is listening too much to maybe YouTube channels. Maybe other people are talking to them too much, or things they're listening to that are going out in the world. And you may feel like you're listening to the wrong things. You're paying attention to the wrong things. Your head's getting in the clouds, or your head is getting foggy. You're not listening to what's right or reasonable. That's how I see you looking at them. But I don't feel like you're really willing to take no for an answer, or for them to be not involved or not doing the work or not participating. You're being very dogmatic about what you want them to do. You could be their boss. You could be their parent. You could be their spouse. You could be their instructor or teacher or coach. So you have to think about this, Virgo, and if these messages didn't make sense to you here, I could be really talking strongly to Virgo rising or Virgo moon more than Virgo sun. I don't know that. So you always should watch your rising sign to get more insight. And if you know your moon sign, I would watch that as well. So I hope these messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Libra. To get more psychic messages and predictions from my spirit guides, please check the description box below this video for the links for my most recent videos, for Vimeo. I look into very specific topics using a variety of divination tools to bring you more accurate predictions for your astrological signs. These links and descriptions are also available on the videos page of my website, www.theluckymermaid.com. Thank you. Hi, Libra. The first card you have is the Sun. And the Sun is returning to the joy of exuberance of childhood joy and happiness. It could be the spotlight being on you, success in the material world. Sometimes it could be the birth of a child or love. You have two really drastically different cards here. The other people that got the Sun card was Cancer and also Pisces. I feel like you're going through a lot of machinations with friends, family, being very involved socially, and lots of interaction with them in July. I feel like you're going places, you're being social, you're going out to dinner, you could be going to some kind of gatherings, going out with groups of friends or groups of family and friends, going to dinner, going to maybe other types of events, sporting events, concerts, shows. I feel like you're kind of opening up to new worlds and like you want to explore more. It could be through travel. It could be through something you want to study or learn. If you have any job interviews, or auditions, I feel that you are going to really be propelling your energy forward to show the person that would be hiring you or the interviewer that you are up for the job, that you're the right person for the job, that you're up for the task. Like, I've got what it takes, like that kind of energy. You may get yourself some new shoes. I know that sounds weird, but it did come up here. You may also start filling your residence with flowers. You may feel like, oh, maybe where you live, it's wintertime and it's dull. So you may want to get plants that flower or buy flowers or be surrounded by flowers or other things of beauty and bringing that into your environment to, keep up a positive energy and uplift your mood. And if you're a creator of any kind, could be a video creator or a creator of anything, something you're going to create, the public is really going to like. People are going to like. And that will be good for you and make you happy. But then look at this card you got here. You have Three of Swords. This is so weird. These two came up together. I'm like, what the heck? Three of Swords is some kind of loss. Like you could have a breakup. There could be heartbreak, sadness, loss. Somebody could pass away. Could be a pet, could be a person. This could be somebody cheating. This is the card of like divorce. It could be a divorce card. I don't know. I can't understand why these two are together, but let's hear. I feel for some of you Libras, you have to change. My guides are saying everything, but it could be everything about your diet or your health. Like if you got some news, like some test results came back and you didn't get great news about it, you may have to change what you're eating, what you're drinking. You may need to change medication. You may have to undergo some kind of treatment or surgery, or like I said, some kind of medication change, diet change, exercise change, to improve your life, yourself, your body, your situation. You could find out that you don't have something that you need to have to get approved for something. Like if you needed a visa because you're going to go work somewhere else in another country, maybe you can't get that visa. Or you needed certain kind of credentials or training to get a job or to get into a program or into a school. You may find out that you don't have the full lineup that is needed to get in there, to get that job, to get that to get in that university or school or training program, or travel to another country to work or something. So there may be some things that you're lacking or missing that's going to not enable you to get something you're trying to get or something you're trying to do. I do feel that this is something that's going to be upsetting to you, but I do feel, Libras, that you could rectify this and change it. But it may not be a snap thing to fix. It may take time. It may cause some kind of delays. So remember, this is a general reading. If this isn't resonating with you, Libra, please watch your rising sign if you know it, or your moon sign, because I could be really talking strongly to Libra rising or Libra moon here, more than Libra sun. So make sure, if you know those, to check it out. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Scorpio. Hi, Scorpio. Wow, bam. You're just like Cancer here. Your fellow water sign. You got the Tower also. So this is a breakup. It could be indicating a breakup, an end of a friendship, an end of a relationship. It could also be the end of an old paradigm. So a new paradigm can begin. The end of an old rulership or regime. So a new rulership could begin. This could also be some kind of natural disasters like a fire, flood, or lightning strike. It could also be a awakening of some sort. Tower's not always bad. It could be something positive here. I feel that some of you Scorpios are going to find out that somebody has been gaslighting you, lying to you, or gaslighting you or lying to you about something. Or you're going to get some information that you thought was one way, but it turns out it's actually not what you thought it was going to be. Some of you may find out, it could be some of you find out that a place or business that you do business with or work for has to close their doors. They could be going bankrupt or having too much financial, they're not making enough money, so they have to close the door. My guides are also telling me some of you Scorpios may have thought there was going to be some kind of insurance payout or tax refund or some kind of money paid to you. You may find out that that's not going to be the case now, that they're saying they can't do it. They don't have the funds, or, they can't give you the money that you were expecting for something. I do feel that you're going to witness some big shakeup in something. For some of you, it could even be in your family. Like, it could be somebody comes out with something that you just didn't see coming. Like, somebody in your family that you thought was happily married could come out and say, that they're getting divorced. It could be happening to you, but I really feel like if it's that kind of situation, more like you're witnessing it with somebody else in your family, if it's a family situation. The card you have with it is Ten of Rods. This is feeling burdened, overburdened. But this is also a card that can mean you are... those wands, those rods, could be knowledge and experience you've gained that are going to help you as you move on to new and better horizons. But like I said, you could be feeling overburdened too. Yeah, I feel this is you moving on from something where you're like, I got to get my stuff out of here. Now I'm moving out of here. It could be a company you worked for, a business you worked for. It could have been your own business. If you're like, I can't make ends meet at this business anymore. I don't have enough customers or clients. I got to, pack up my stuff and I got to find, somewhere else to do work or do business. That comes up here for some of you Scorpios. Some of you, it could be moving from your residence, but I feel like that's not the first on the, that's not the top of what's going on here. Yeah, because I get you seeking out a new adventure or a new venture and planting your flag somewhere else. My guides are saying that. So it could even be if you owned your own business and you rented a space from somebody. It could be like some natural disaster could have come and ruined the place and now you have to get out. Or your landlord, if you didn't hold the, if you don't own the building or place, they may say to you, guess what? Sell them the place. You got to move out. There could be some kind of abrupt, it's abrupt. I feel it's abrupt. Now, some of you Scorpios may say, that happened to me last year. Then this prediction is already come to pass. But for some of you, it's now or it's coming up in the future. Because as I always say, timing is different for all of you. Watch your rising sign to get more information. But I feel like you've like learned how to process information and problems differently than in the past. So I don't really feel, when I look at the Ten of Rods card, I'm not feeling like you feel like this is a disaster. I'm down and out. I don't know what to do. I feel you're like, yeah, it's okay. Like, I get what happened, but now I'm going over here. Like, you may have already had it in your mind, if anything ever didn't work out or if anything didn't happen, you may have had a plan B in your mind at some point. Because I feel like you're just rolling with the punches here. I'm not feeling like you're freaked out or overwhelmed by the Tower. It's almost like my guides are saying it's like your destiny awaits. Like when you're like with the Ten of Rods card, you have a positive attitude about it. I know maybe that sounds weird, but you'll have to see how it plays out for you, because I don't feel like you're shattered and broken and devastated here. I feel like you've been through a lot. You have changed the way you respond to traumas or problems or things that come up, and you may feel like, you know what, you might even feel like the universe or God, whatever you believe in, has made this happen to force you to go on further to your destiny, because I don't feel like you're going to have any troubles here. So I hope those messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the sign of Sagittarius. Hi, Sagittarius. So the first card you have is the Page of Pentacles. This is an earth sign person. Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. It could be you if you have a rising sign or a moon sign that's an earth sign. This could also be you if you're born on the cusp of Sagittarius and Capricorn. This card could symbolize a child to you, or an adult that's immature or young at heart, or a messenger bringing in a message for you about money and finance. You may feel like there's some things that need to be dealt with about this person. You may feel like you have trouble dealing with them anymore, or that they need more knowledge and education or more training. They may feel like they're kind of like that they may be struggling, or that there's some kind of holding you back or some kind of annoyance to you. You may be looking at this person like they're trying too hard, or they're trying very hard to assimilate to something, but it's not easy for them and it's not happening easily. This could be a sibling to you. This could be one of your kids. It could also be somebody you work with. They may feel like you're asking them to make decisions they aren't ready to make. They may feel like you're asking them to do certain tasks or things that they don't have knowledge of, or they're not really prepared or ready to do. They may feel like you're goading them or an irritation to them or possibly bugging them. And I do feel like they're learning or they're getting it, but I feel like it's taking them a while to get there. It doesn't mean that they're slow. It just, for some reason, it's not like a speedy process with them right now. For some of you, this could be somebody that you are going to be developing something with in the future that makes money. You could be coming up with an invention together or becoming partners in a business together or some kind of short-term gig or creative endeavor that could be a moneymaker for some of you. Remember, when the people cards come up, they mean multiple possibilities here. So the card you have with it is the Fool. This is starting out on a new path and a new journey with high hopes and high aspirations, but you can't have on rose-colored glasses. You need to be grounded because there could be too much wishful thinking here and you could fall off the cliff. But it is a good card of a new path and a new journey for you. I feel that there is certain things in your life that are going along smoothly where you're starting to feel like certain things are easing up for you or becoming easier for you. This could be also, especially anything to do with self-care. It also can be connected to spiritual knowledge. It can also be things to do with your finances or knowledge of finances, like, stock market, investments. It could be property, that kind of thing, like an ease of knowledge. Certain things are easing up or becoming easier in your life. And those things I just listed are what my guides told me could be the areas that you're finding that. You may feel also inspired to express yourself more. So that could be in writing, it could be in video, it could be to the public, but it could also be to people in your life. Somebody you're interested in romantically or in some other way. You may feel like inspired to express yourself more. And I feel that some of you Sagittarians are going to make some kind of commitment to do something that you always said that you were going to do. What is it? I don't know. It could be an exercise program. It could be to buy a home. It could be to start a business. It could be, I don't know what it is. It could be something that you have a great ingenious idea about, that you are like, nobody else is doing this. I'm going to create a business like this, or I'm going to create this kind of product or service that would be really popular right now. Like that, like ideas, being inspired by ideas and deciding, I always said I was going to do it and now I'm going to do it. You could be the Page of Pentacles. Remember, I said that in the beginning. So some of you, that is you if you have an earth sign as your rising sign or moon sign or cusp sign. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Capricorn. Hi, Capricorn. The first card you have is Four of Swords, and the other sign that got that was Leo. So Four of Swords is a pause, a meditative state, a resting phase, a recuperation from an illness. It could also indicate prayer. I do feel like you've been through the ringer in some way. Could be physically, but I feel like it's also like stress and emotionally, and I feel that you need a rest. I feel like you've also been contemplating big decision making. It may have to do with your job or career. You may feel like, When do I start or stop something? You know, maybe your employers are asking more from you than they did before, or maybe maybe you started a business or a career, or some aspect of your job or career that you're like, when do I stop doing this? Or when do I start doing it? You may also have to go through some kind of channels where you need to clear things with people. That could be bosses, higher ups, CEOs, managers, supervisors. It could also be, if you're in a relationship, your significant other. Maybe you're like, I want to quit my job, or I want to take a vacation, or I want to take a sabbatical or a leave of absence. And you may want to like clear it with them, with your spouse, or, you know, whatever. You could find that you're retaining fluids right now. You could be notice swelling, edema in your feet, ankles, hands, knees. It could be occurring in your joints. You could feel feverish. You could feel like you need to take time off to rest, or maybe just don't feel well. I don't feel like you're sick with a particular thing. It's not like I feel like you've got the flu, or you've got, I mean, some of you may have some kind of condition or something that could cause swelling. That could also come from medications. That can also come from foods that you eat or foods you're allergic to. There's some kind of reason, there's some reason you need to take a pause and wind down now. Now, the card you have with it is Eight of Cups, and this is turning away from what's not working for you anymore, emotionally speaking, and heading off on a new journey with a stick of power and control in your hand. And even though the journey's unknown, you're still willing to take it. Yeah, I get some of you are going to either leave your job or take a leave of absence. Maybe some of you are getting ready to retire. Some of you could also be tired of dealing with other people's childish behaviors that could be cropping up at where you work or in a love relationship, where you feel like there's too much childishness going on, too much childish behavior, and you may feel like you can't cope with it. You may even work in a business or job dealing with children. You could be a teacher or a speech therapist, or, you know, I don't know, a daycare, work at a daycare, and you may feel like too much childishness because they're children, that you feel like it's grated on your nerves, or you need some kind of leave of absence or break from it. I feel that you feel emotionally drained and wrung out. I feel like you feel that if you stop doing this, you're going to feel like rested and more recuperated, and you need to put your feet up. I keep getting that. Like, some of you have swollen ankles and feet for some reason. Maybe you stand on your feet a lot for your job, and that could be causing it. Or if you have any issues with your heart, sometimes that can, or blood pressure, heart, blood pressure, that stuff can drive up swelling, or, you know, benefiting from putting your feet up. I feel like you're going to do soul searching and prayer. And if you believe in God, I feel that you are going to be asking God, God, what is it you want me to do? Or what is it that I should do? I feel like you're going to be asking for guidance. And also, some of you may really be giving up something that's let you down. It could be a person, it could be a job, it could be a career, but it could also be medicine, some kind of medicine you had to take, or some kind of treatment you had to take, or a physician that you were dealing with. Because for some of you, it's to do with a medical thing. that you may feel like this medicine isn't working for me. It let me down. This treatment I was taking, it didn't work for me, or it's not working for me anymore. It's letting me down. Or this treatment, whatever. Something you've been doing, you feel like it's not working for you anymore, or maybe it did in the past, but you feel like it's letting you down. So you have to really put your thinking caps on with this one, Capricorn. It was a little tricky to read. So I highly recommend if you can watch your rising sign and your moon sign to get more of a complete picture here. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the sign of Aquarius. Hi, Aquarius. The first card you have is the Hermit. This is spiritual guidance. Your spirit guides lighting the way, showing you the path to go. It could also be you being the Hermit, where you're taking a step back, getting a lay of the land before you proceed forward, but you will still be guided by your spirit guides. Aquarius, you may feel like you need to realign yourself more with God or your spirituality. And you may be taking a step back and really looking at where you see your life going now and in the future, like eventually. Where do you see it going? And where you can tweak things in your life, improve things to make things better for you. That could be in your environment. That could be with your finances. That could be with relationships. It could be in your career. I don't know where it's going to be for you specifically, but it's like taking an overview of your life and looking at it and saying to yourself, where can I make improvements? Where can I tweak things to make them better? And I feel like you're going to be relying a lot on what your spirit guides show you, what your spirit guides have to say to you, and also signs, symbols, and synchronicities that kick up for you. Like, you're going to be really paying attention to the signs around you. That could be birds showing up, money appearing when you're walking or doing certain things. I don't know. Signs can come in many, many ways. You could also be getting very invested in tuning in more to your spirituality and taking your psychic senses or spirituality up to the next level. That could be really important to you right now. And if you I'm also hearing making changes to your existing spiritual practices, or if you have a spiritually based business, that's where you could really be making tweaks and improvements as well. So you have an unusual card that came up here with it. I'm curious to see why this showed up, because you have the the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords is somebody lying to you, deceiving you, or stealing from you. I feel like there's been a list of people that have been very challenging to you. Not necessarily just right now. This could have gone over time, which may have tested you spiritually, which may have been why you've had to connect more strongly to the spiritual realms and the spiritual side of yourself and your guides. Somebody could say something that's a very biting comment to you. This could be, somebody could write you an email. Somebody could leave it for you somewhere on social media. And it is a purposeful thing done by somebody that has it in for you for some reason. They may know you personally, or I don't know, but they've got it out for you for some reason. They may not trust you. They may feel like you've aggravated them in some way. You really need to be careful of your property. Make sure you're locking your cars. Don't, careful of your wallet, your purse. If you have property that you're not there, like if you're not there or you go to work and you're away, make sure that you have locks on gates, sheds, garages, your home. You may want to update your security system. But I do feel for some of you, there is somebody or maybe more than one person that feels kind of like they're out to get you and they want to challenge you. So they could be doing it through something like through gossip or something they say about you or something they put in writing. You could get a weird message, like a weird text message that you don't know who it's from. It could be a weird email. It could be a comment left somewhere. It could be on instant messenger. It could be, like I said, or on like social media. So, but I would still be very careful of your possessions at this time. Be very careful of your property, personal property and property of your home and your, surroundings around you. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Pisces. Hi, Pisces. The first card you have is the Sun. And the other signs that got the Sun was Cancer and Libra. So Cancer, Libra, and Pisces got the Sun in this mid-month Psychic Tarot update. So the Sun is a card that symbolizes returning to the joy and exuberance of childhood happiness and joy. It could be the spotlight being on you. It can mean the success in the material world. It's a card that can also symbolize love or the birth of a child. You are going to feel really invigorated about trying new things. This could be a new exercise regime. It could be a new job. It could be a new class. It could be new foods. It could be some kind of new craft or skill or interest. And this is going to make you happy because it's going to help you to express yourself and show your talents and skills. And it's almost like it can be proving it to other people, but I feel like it's more like satisfaction of proving it to yourself. If you take some kind of class or new course that's coming up for you, you are going to excel in this. You're going to shine. You're going to do very well. Some of you are going to be happy because you make a connection with somebody from the past that brings a lot of happiness and energy for you forward. This could be an old friend. It could be an old love. It could be an old teacher. You're going to have a lot of energy to prove yourself if there's any competition or anything to do with work. You're going to be like, see, look, I got the job done. Look at what a great job I did. Or if you're in any kind of competitive sports, or if you're involved in any kind of other competitive situation, you're going to shine. If you're out for a promotion, you're going to get it. Higher ups are going to be paying attention and noticing. People in authority, higher ups, potential bosses, like whatever it is, people are going to be noticing, because your light's going to shine very bright right now. And I feel that this energy goes for you for a couple of months, not just right now in the mid-month of January, although that's where I feel like the starting point is. But remember, these are general readings. Timing's different for all of you. It may have already happened months ago or a year ago, or it could take a year to happen. But this is what's coming up for you right now. So some of you, it is now. The card you have with it is the Death card. This is transformation, something ending so something new can begin. So those are kind of weird cards to have together. Not weird, but I'm always curious to see what the heck they're going to say when I get cards that seem diametrically opposed. I feel that some of you may feel like you need to change something that you're doing. It could be what you're eating. It could be a career path you're on. For some of you, it could be if you're in school, maybe you need to change your major or change some kind of classes that you're taking. It's almost like you kind of have to close one door so another door opens. And you may feel like, wow, I put so much time, energy, and effort into this pursuit of whatever it is, but now you have to close the door on it because you're starting on a whole new, could be a new semester in school, could be starting on a whole new trajectory of your life in some way. Some of you may feel like you need to or want to get out of an existing environment. It could be your living space. Maybe you want to get a new home or a new apartment or a new workspace. Even shifting and changing even rooms around. Maybe you want to be in a different room. Like if you live in, if your bedroom's one room, maybe you want to switch it to another room. But it's a lot to do with location, environment, and it can involve, like I said, it could be living space, could be workspace, living space. And you may find that you start to make new connections. And these connections could be good for you in the future with networking. It could be new professors, new classmates, new students, could be new people that you're working with, like new employees that could come in where you work, like new managers, new bosses, new supervisors, new connections are coming up for you. This could be through also if you do any kind of side work, like get a part-time job or volunteer to do something, or some kind of new club, group, organization, or program you get involved in. You're going to be making new connections that are going to be helpful and open up new doors for you moving forward. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. As always, thank you so very much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And please like, share, and subscribe. And hit that notification bell when you do subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos to YouTube. And if you find like, hey, I was subscribed, but I don't get notifications, if you unsubscribe and resubscribe and hit the notification bell again, that may help because there has been a lot of changes made to YouTube. And also, when you hit like on my videos, it does help me reach more people. It helps the algorithm on YouTube, and I can reach more people with my readings, and it will help my channel grow, which in turn helps me and helps me to keep going here on doing these readings on YouTube. And if you would like to get any of the special video series I record for my Vimeo on-demand pages, my most recently recorded video series are linked down below in the description box in the Show More section beneath this video, or you can get them on my website at theluckymermaid.com on the videos page. Those links to the videos I record on Vimeo are there. I focus on very specific topics using a variety of divination tools, and many people find these videos are accurate for them, and they, you're going to get a lot more there than you can get in a short reading here. So the most recently recorded video series I did is Big Love Readings for 2023 for singles and couples. So you might want to check those out. I highly recommend you could watch the entire video because some of the messages for the couples may also apply for the singles and vice versa. And remember, sometimes your messages about what's happening to you right now is really going to come from your rising sign, sometimes more than your sun sign. So if you can watch both, I recommend it. And also, love is connected to emotions. and that's connected to your moon sign. So you might want to consider getting your moon sign, but I'll leave that up to you. You know what resonates with you on my YouTube videos. I would use that as a guide. If your sun sign usually resonates, or your rising sign, or your moon sign, or a combination, you be the judge and you decide what you would like to do with that. Also, my psychic crystal readings for the new year of 2023 for each sign of the zodiac are available. I never did those before. I always do the tarot readings this year. I gave you 2 video series for the new year. A lot of people are really loving the psychic crystal readings for the new year. So I look at all kinds of topics: love, work, business, finance, family, health. I look at all that I can think of in those crystal readings. So I hope you'll check them out. Also, I did my usual New Year 2023 psychic tarot readings for each sign of the zodiac. And in this particular video series, I believe there is 16 cards in total. So I hope you'll check them out. Also, don't forget, you're still being affected by the eclipses that happened in November and also in October. So you might want to get my full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus, November 8th, 2022, psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card readings. And also I use the same format for the psychic crystal reading, for the eclipse effects from the solar eclipse in Scorpio, October 25th, 2022, for each sign of the zodiac, psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card reading. You're still being affected by those eclipses right now. We're not out of that cycle yet, so you might want to check those out. And don't forget, psychic crystal readings for each sign of the zodiac for January 2023. It's a continuation of the psychic tarot readings I do at the beginning of every month. So if you want to see what's coming up in love, romance, finance, work, business, family, health, what you need to know, what to be cautious of, that's all in the crystal readings. So you really should check them out if you're interested for January of 2023. That link is also below. There are other links down below. I'm not going to go through all of them. You can peruse them and see what is interesting to you if you want to go check that out. Also, if you would like to get more psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides channeled through me that are not in a video format, you can follow me at my social media pages at the Lucky Mermaid LLC on Facebook and the Lucky Mermaid _ Pam Georgel on Instagram. Also, I post these messages and predictions, usually using tarot, oracle cards, or my crystal, on my YouTube community pages now, because some people have let me know, hey, I don't like this social media platform anymore, or I don't use that one anymore. So now they're written also on YouTube, on the community, my community page, if I could spit that out. Many people find that those messages resonate with them, and you may also find so as well. So please be sure to check them out. And if you would like to help support the readings that I do here on my YouTube channel, you could make a donation to my channel at the link down below, which is connected to PayPal. I want to thank those of you who have been so kind and generous and donated to my channel. It does mean a lot to me, and it does help me a lot. So thank you so very much for that. So I don't think I have any other news or information to tell you. So I hope that all of the signs of the zodiac out there have a fantastic and fabulous rest of the month of January 2023. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.